What is security? Outwardly may have an insurance, mortgage, all the rest. I won't go into that. One must have outwardly security, house, flat, tent, have some kind of roof under which one sleeps and lives, clothes, and all that. That one must have. Every human being in the world must have that. And that is being denied through nationalities. You understand? Through division. Britain, France, India, Russia, America, etc. So inwardly is there security. One can invent an illusion, God, the ultimate illusion. And one can hold on to that. And we have lived historically for millennia upon millennia in this illusion, with priest rituals and all that business. Power, right? Power, position, status. Outwardly, that's very important for people who want power. And power is strangely destructive. Is it political power, religious power, or the power over your wife or husband? Or the power of the guru? My God, just think of it. Which is the priest and so on. So where is there security for human beings? Please ask this question of yourself. Where have you, as a human being living on this world, on this earth, which is so marvelous, which is so being destroyed slowly, where is there our security? Security means something permanent. Something that doesn't change. That has no disappearance, that is firm, solid, immovable. Is there such security? Because the brain needs security. Otherwise it cannot function at its highest level. But it has found various forms of security. Illusions, ideologies, families, nations, tribalism, various forms of outward security. But it never has human being found an inward sense of deep, abiding, unchangeable security. And is there such security? If there is, if one has come upon it, then there is no fear of any kind. That is timeless. So, is there such security? Thought cannot possibly provide that security, because thought, as we've said, is limited. Whatever it has invented is still limited. And we have lived in the field of limitation of thought. And in that, there is no possibility ever having security. And therefore our brain is always searching, asking, questioning, demanding, fearful, uncertain, depressed. You follow the whole process of our activity. And security. There is such thing as security, but that demands a great inquiry. Security in freedom. Freedom is not from something. Freedom from fear, freedom from anxiety and so on. They're all partial, limited. That freedom is not limited. Is there such freedom? And who is asking that question? The man in prison asking, is there such freedom? He can only find out such freedom if he leaves the prison. But we want to live in the prison, and yet we're asking for freedom. Right? This is an obvious fact. We love our prison, or we are unaware of it. And when it is pointed out, the prison, all that one does is try to accept the words, all that business, but one never breaks the prison, never shatters the prison. And when there is freedom, there is intelligence. It's that intelligence we should talk about as we go along. It is in that intelligence in itself is absolute security, unshakable. But it depends on nothing, not environment, on person, or on any kind of ideology.